Believe it or not, there are actually some girls out there who love to play their status card and shed a few tears to wriggle out of tight spots. But what happens when their fancy connections and emotional waterworks fail them? Here are 5 times when entitled girls think that they can't be arrested. Number 5. Entitled girl returns to bar after being asked to leave by police. Local police are called to a bar, responding to a disturbance caused by a woman. As they arrive, they interview the bar staff about the ongoing situation.
Yeah, okay. But she's refusing to leave. I asked her to leave.
Yeah, I got that.
And she's like, make me. I'm like, I pay people to do that.
Sounds great.
Yeah, thanks you guys.
It turns out there's a woman causing a scene, and despite the staff's repeated requests, she refuses to leave. The officers approach her with a professional and firm demeanor, prepared to defuse the situation. The woman, appearing completely unbothered by the presence of law enforcement, is asked to show her ID.
Do you have your ID with you by any chance?
Absolutely.
Mind if I take a look at it?
Absolutely. They ask me this every day. I come here all the time.
You like?
She exudes an unusual level of confidence, almost challenging the officer, and offers to let them search her belongings.
I'm looking for girls back.
Oh, you go for it. I don't care. I literally don't care. I hope you find my ID because my ID is literally in here with my $100.
Reluctantly, she hands over her ID, but not without expressing her irritation.
They see my ID every day.
I got you.
It's like,
No worries.
they actually probably. Oh wait.
There it is.
She casually drops the news that she's a regular at the bar, insinuating a sense of entitlement, as if her frequent visits exempt her from following the rules. However, the officers remain unswayed by her assertions and continue with their duties. After verifying her ID, the officers inform her that she's been trespassed from the bar.
Okay, so here's the thing. They want you trespass. You can't come back here. Alright? You have to find another bar.
She argues that she comes there every night, that she works downtown, and that she hasn't done anything wrong.
I come here every night. I work downtown. I didn't do anything.
The officers advise her to find another place to frequent.
So next time, after you get off work, don't come here. Find another spot. Alright, go ahead and grab your keys. Here's your license back. You're good to go.
Surprisingly, she simply nods her head in agreement and willingly complies. The police return her ID and inform her that she's free to go.
Okay. How are you getting home? You got a way to get home? Uber. Perfect. Alright, you're good to go. You're free to go. You want to go ahead and get out of here? Okay?
Despite the clear warning, she returns to the bar just 10 minutes later. This act of defiance leads to her arrest for trespassing.
Do me a favor, sit your stuff down on the ground, remember?
All right here. Hands behind your back.
She resists, her disbelief turning into frustration. She still insists she did nothing wrong.
What did you think we meant when we said you couldn't come back?
What did I do?
You came back.
But what did I do in the first place?
That her only crime was needing to use the restroom and wanting to sit down after a long day.
I told you that doesn't matter. They trespassed you. It's a private business.
I had to pee. I'm sorry.
There's 30 other.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
There's 30 other places downtown that you can go.
The officers explain that she's been officially trespassed, a concept she struggles to accept.
I come here all the time.
I understand that. Well, you're done coming here. You're trespassing. Okay? At this point, you're going to jail for trespassing.
As they make their way to the police car, the officer asks if she would prefer a female deputy to accompany her.
If you can have a female deputy 51 to me and stop stand me an offense.
You don't need to have a female. It's all good. I don't have shit on me.
Well, I need to just make sure.
She mentioned she could call an Uber to get home, but the officer dismisses the idea, having given her that opportunity already.
Go home. I will call an Uber. Like, I just need to pee.
We already gave you that chance.
I didn't do anything, though. That's a crazy part.
just
I didn't
trespassed.
fight anybody. I didn't do anything. That's a crazy.
Her emotions start to intensify as she once more explains that she only returned to use the bathroom.
I will go home. I will get an
We already
Uber
told you
to
to go
my
home and then you decided to come back, so.
Because I needed to pee, and I had to sit down because I need to take a moment.
Alright, that's not
You
the
don't
only
have
place
anything
that
in your
exists.
pockets, right?
I don't.
And then come the tears.
Go ahead, go for it. I don't have anything. I don't want to do anything but go home. I had to go pee. I'm sorry.
Just gonna take off your sunglasses.
She even attempts to use money to avoid the arrest.
Go for it. It's all yours. Like, just let me know how much I'm gonna pay because I only have so much money.
Once more, she protests her innocence and hesitates for a moment before stepping inside the car.
I literally didn't do anything.
Okay, get in the
All
car.
right, take a seat. I'm not asking again.
As the patrol car door closes, the officer who handcuffed her reveals that she twisted his hand.
It was like twisting in her arms and my finger got caught. Hurt like a son of a...
As the officers attempt to arrest her, a struggle ensues. She manages to get out of her handcuffs.
She's out of her handcuffs. Take a step out of the vehicle.
Please let me go.
Get out of the vehicle.
Let me go home. I'm not trying to resist
Put your hands behind your back. We're
I
gonna
just
catch
want
you
to
in the
go
charge.
home. I want to.
The officers warn her of additional charges if she doesn't cooperate, but she's beyond reasoning.
Go to my sister. I want to go home. I want to go home. Please stop.
If you don't stop, I'm gonna give you another charge.
I don't want to get another charge. I want to go
Her pleas to be let go are desperate, filled with fear and anger.
home. I want my stuff. I want to go home. I want to go home. I'm not trying
It's
to
too
do
late.
anything.
You're not going home. You're going to jail.
I have to
Okay,
go
you've
pee.
lost the chance.
I have to.
She accuses the officers of hurting her, of abusing their power.
You're getting another
You
charge.
are abusing me right now. I swear to God, you are abusing me. Let me go home.
Hobble her?
It's not just a resistance to arrest. She's battling against a reality she refuses to accept, that she, like anyone else, is subject to the law. The officers persist in their attempts to restrain her, their patience tested by her unyielding resistance.
Go home. Please, you guys are hurting me.
Yeah,
Go in the
You
car.
are hurting me.
Get in.
Go in the
No,
car.
stop. I
Yeah, she's gonna
don't
hobble.
deserve this.
Just hold her there. I can get my hobble.
She remains unwavering in her refusal to go to jail, passionately pleading to be allowed to return home.
I want to go home. I want to go home. Please, please let me go home. Stop. Stop it. Don't you dare.
However, the opportunity for a peaceful resolution has slipped away, and she's crossed a line so far that it cannot be undone. Her resistance doesn't wane. She continues to plead, her voice filled with distress.
Please stop. Stop. I want to go home.
She calls the situation awful, begging for it to stop, but the law is clear, and the officers have a duty to fulfill. Finally, she's secured in the police vehicle, but even then, her outbursts continue. One of the officers asks the others if anyone got hurt during the scuffle.
You guys good?
Yeah. Did you get kicked or hit or anything like that?
Nah.
Okay. All right.
They discuss among themselves the difficulty of the arrest.
I tried to get the hobble on by myself, but she was freaking wormy. Oh, yeah. I imagine.
During the ride to the police station, the girl keeps hurling insults at the officer.
You feel like all this. I just want to go home. I hope you know you're a piece of. And I'm sure you hear that all the time, but I want you to know you are.
And mentions how the bartenders at the bar didn't like her.
Like, oh, I'm so sorry that the men bartenders hated my existence. But do you even know what I did? Because I don't even know that. So.
The police officers pay little attention to her tirades, driving in silence toward the station. They understand that despite her words, the girl will face charges for her actions, and there's no escaping the consequences. She ends up with charges of trespassing and resisting arrest without violence. Remember, folks, if law enforcement tells you to leave, it's best to follow their instructions. Returning, especially just 10 minutes later, can lead you straight to a jail cell. Let's not make the same mistake, yeah? Number 4. Woman with suspended license loses it during traffic stop. Officer Vidito, a Marietta Police Department member, conducts a traffic stop on a car driven by Ariana Griffin due to a suspected lack of insurance coverage for her vehicle.
I pulled you over because it shows you don't have insurance on the car.
What? I have my insurance right here on my phone.
Ariana, seemingly perplexed and agitated, immediately calls for her mother.
Can you call Nisha on the other line, Mom?
When asked for her ID, she admits she doesn't have it.
You got your ID for me, sweetheart? Hey, you got your ID for me?
No, sir, I don't.
Officer Vidito, maintaining his professional demeanor, asks for Ariana's information.
Ariana, A-R-I-A name.
All right, let me check on this. I'll be right back, okay? All right, just sit.
After conducting a search using her name, It's revealed that Ariana's driver's license is suspended. The officer returns, asking Ariana to step outside of the car for a conversation. She complies, but not without expressing her nervousness.
You okay?
No, you're making me nervous.
Why am I making you nervous?
Because you are.
How am I making you nervous? What's going on?
During their exchange, she clarifies that the car is indeed insured, but the policy is under her mother's friend, Kenesha Cooper, rather than her own name.
You said that there's no insurance on my car, and there's insurance on my car. It's just in somebody else's name. It's just in my mama's friend name.
Okay, what's
And
your
that's
mama?
why she's
Who's your mama's friend?
Her name is Kenesha.
As the conversation progresses, Ariana's distress escalates. She questions the officer's approach, accusing them of being unnecessarily rough.
You don't have to. You don't have to frisk me like this. Why is y'all being so? Why are y'all being rough? You don't have to do that. All you have to do is just act, bro. I'm not resisting. All you have to do is just.
The revelation of Ariana's suspended license adds fuel to the fire.
Let me go. I don't
You
need to
have
do
a suspended
anything.
license.
Okay, that's all you have to say. You don't have to be rough
Calm
with me.
down. We're not. You're
Yes,
trying to
you
jerk
are.
around.
You're roughing me up.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
Her pleas turn into accusations, claiming they're treating her unfairly because she's a woman.
God, all we're doing is holding you right here.
Y'all is doing way too much. I'm a girl. I'm not a dude.
Okay.
All you have to do is just talk to me. Let me go.
Don't pull away from me.
I'm not. You're hurting me. I'm
You're
a girl.
trying to pull
I'm not
away
a
right
dude.
now.
The situation spirals out of control. She argues with the officers, insisting they're being too harsh.
Let me go.
You're not going
If you
anywhere.
let me go, I will calm down.
No, that's not how this works.
Bro,
We're not
y'all
here
is doing too much. This is ridiculous. And then you tried to play me. All you had to do is just say,
Ariana is instructed to get into the police car, but she resists.
this is ridiculous. I'm not a dude. I'm a girl. Oh my.
Her mother, who is on the phone, is informed about Ariana's arrest.
How you doing, ma'am? Because it's in the car.
You don't need to be touching my daughter's phone.
Well, your daughter's going to jail.
The charges are serious: felony obstruction and driving with a suspended license.
For felony obstruction, driving on suspended license, driving
Sending
with no
body worn
insurance.
down in 5 seconds.
You don't have no felony insurance. For what?
Because she kicked my officer.
Body worn down.
The officers discovered that Ariana had lied about not having her ID.
And she lied to me. Told me she didn't have her ID.
The officer confronts her regarding this discrepancy.
I thought you didn't have your ID. Ariana, you need to...
Once inside the police car, Ariana claims she can't breathe and urgently requests an ambulance.
I cannot breathe. I need an ambulance and y'all not here.
What do you need?
The officer attempts to reassure her and calm her down.
Why is y'all searching my car like I'm a criminal? Oh my God, I cannot.
So, you can breathe.
Ariana is then informed that an ambulance is on its way.
Start an ambulance so they can come and talk to you, alright?
When questioned by the officers about narcotic use, she strongly denies any involvement, her voice filled with both indignation and fear.
Have you taken any narcotics or anything illegal today?
I don't do drugs.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Ariana continues to accuse the officers of rough treatment and expresses her intention to sue the officers.
Talk to me.
I'm not talking to you because you didn't talk to me. You
I
roughed
did
me
talk to
up.
you.
You treated
I
me
didn't
like
rough
I'm.
you
Yes,
up.
you did.
It's
You
all
didn't
on
even
recording.
I know it is, and I'm gonna sue you, and I'm
Okay.
gonna sue both.
She insists the situation could have been handled differently, her words a mix of anger and desperation.
I don't have insurance on it.
You didn't let me do anything.
Just
That's
because-
the
but
problem.
just because
You
your mom
roughed
says
me
that
up.
doesn't
you
mean
didn't
that you
give
have
me
it
no
on there.
time. You roughed me up as if I was a dude or as I just killed
We
somebody.
didn't rough you up.
The argument between Ariana and the officers intensifies.
I didn't even do anything. You knew what was going on. You didn't warn me about nothing.
I don't
You
have
could have
to.
just said, Miss Griffin, I'm taking you to jail because you have suspended driver license. You didn't ask me what happened.
Okay.
She's particularly upset about the officers searching her car without a warrant, a point she returns to repeatedly. She reiterates her claims of unfair treatment and threatens legal action.
And your ass gonna get fucked. Then you car without no warrant. Yeah, you're definitely gonna get.
The ambulance arrives at the scene. The officer speaks with the medic to assess Ariana's condition.
I want to talk to her. She's in my rear compartment right there. She said she was having trouble breathing because she was forcing herself to have a panic attack and hyperventilate, and now she's breathing just fine because she was just screaming at me.
Ariana requests to have her heart checked, expressing concern about a potential asthma attack.
Can you just check my heart, please? That's it. Check your heart? Yes, because I literally almost had an asthma attack back here, and these people didn't care.
While her vitals are being monitored, she shares her thoughts with the medic.
Y'all are racist as hell. You want to treat me as if I'm a dude and not a lady. Y'all dead ass wrong.
The medic reassures her that she's in good health, and all readings appear normal.
The heart's okay, blood pressure's high, but that's normal because of the way you're acting.
I've never been treated like this. Never in my life. Y'all could have simply talked to somebody.
As the officers count and collect Ariana's stuff, including her money,
That's it. And then you're counting my money? So you went inside my purse? Excuse me. Excuse
Hold
me.
on.
and phones, they let her know that these items will be going with her to jail.
Your phone's coming with us too.
Okay, what about my purse?
I'll grab your purse.
And then what? What after that? What are you going to do after that?
It's going with you to jail.
Her frustration is pretty clear, with her questions showing how surprised she is by what's happening. Throughout the video, Ariana's emotional state is a whirlwind of distress, anger, and disbelief. She repeatedly claims her innocence and accuses the officers of misconduct. In contrast, the officers maintain their professional demeanor, even in the face of this challenging arrest. Ariana ends up being charged with obstruction, driving with a suspended license, lacking insurance, and violating the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Number 3. Drunk and entitled girl shows us how not to behave. Police officers are called to a shopping mall in Atlanta, Georgia, where they find a 19-year-old woman named Brittany White causing a scene. She appears to be drunk and clearly distressed. The officers arrive with the aim of de-escalating the situation, engaging her in conversation, and trying to persuade her to leave peacefully. Unfortunately, despite their best efforts, she refuses to cooperate. Fearing for public safety and the well-being of everyone present, the officers reluctantly decide to place her under arrest. The video kicks off with Brittany and the police officers inside the patrol car.
This is the third time.
No.
The third time. No.
Please, can you listen to me?
No. Let me put your shirt down. Let me put your shirt down.
Their interaction is a roller coaster of emotions.
Because obviously you're too intoxicated.
I'm drunk. Yes. Yep. I'm intoxicated.
She even mentions her job dealing with millions of dollars, which seems out of place.
I'm a management.
You're going to jail.
Why?
You're going to jail.
Why? Please explain.
Brittany repeatedly questions the reason for her arrest, even though it's been explained to her.
Sit back.
Please explain to me why.
Sit back. We've given you the opportunity to leave. You're still here.
Can I leave?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
However, her protests don't change her situation.
You guys gonna my job?
You asked her for me to put a jacket on. She handcuffed. She going to jail.
No, listen. No.
They ask about her identification, a routine procedure that quickly becomes a challenging task. Brittany's willingness to cooperate is minimal at best. The officer proceeds to search her jacket in an attempt to find her ID, but it proves to be a fruitless effort. When asked for her ID and information, Brittany responds in the most disrespectful manner.
ID.
What masturbate? I don't fucking. I've never been arrested in my life.
What's your name?
Brittany White.
Brittany White.
Her concerns about her father finding out about the situation add another layer of tension to the unfolding drama.
Don't let my dad know this shit. Don't let my dad know this.
During the interview about her personal information, Brittany requests to have her handcuffs loosened, and the police oblige, adjusting them for her.
I ain't even playing with you. It hurts so bad. Thank you. This one right here.
Despite receiving patient and kind treatment, Brittany remains defiant.
Oh, I swear to God.
Just calm down, that way she can hear you because you're yelling.
Bad, bro.
She can't get the information because you're yelling.
I'm so sorry.
All right, just calm down.
The officers attempt to soothe her, but instead, she becomes even more agitated.
Calm down.
I swear to God.
You yelling. You're yelling, and you're only making it worse.
So what
You
can I
only
do
make
to
it.
get
Calm down.
You ready to
Where's
go?
your license?
Can I ask you
One of the police officers attempts to talk her into cooperating and calming down.
to go home with your friends, and then you'll be able to go back to New York
everything will be okay. But you're yelling at police officers, bro. Their job is to take you if you're acting belligerent.
But she remains unresponsive. She insists she didn't do anything wrong and wasn't involved in any fight.
So did you yell at somebody?
She
got in a fight with somebody, right? So,
I believe in Jesus.
She was about to fight a friend. Okay.
No, oh, you can't. You crazy?
No, you're talking to a police officer.
She mentions her friend Kiara, claiming she would never fight with her.
I would never. My friend Kiara. That
you don't have it. Okay.
I would never. I would never take my friend.
But look, they not gonna argue.
And that Kiara is here because of her.
I don't want to fight my friend Kiara. She doesn't live here.
But
I'm the reason why she's here.
You're too drunk. They're gonna take you to jail and put you in the drunk tank.
The officer explains that there's nothing more she can do to assist her in her current predicament.
I hear you, Brittany, but now it's too late. I wanted to help you. You're gonna remember this.
If you want to send me there, like I have a 2-year-old daughter.
As the situation unfolds, Brittany's behavior becomes increasingly erratic. She goes from admitting she's intoxicated to denying it.
18, you shouldn't have been drinking, right?
So that means you got
Bro, I wasn't drunk. No, please. I was not drunk when I got into this establishment.
And she repeatedly mentions her job in wealth management, dealing with millions of dollars.
I'm a wealth department. I deal with people with millions of dollars. Please.
Brittany also keeps asking them to call her dad, but struggles to remember her number.
Brittany, what's your dad's number? What's your dad's phone number?
Please call my dad.
What's your dad's number?
I don't know. He changes.
Where's your phone?
At one point, she changes her mind and wants them to call her sister instead.
That's my main account. Please call my.
What's your
my dad? I don't want my dad.
What's your date of birth?
My sister. Her name is.
She becomes even more emotional and begs the officers not to call her dad.
Brittany.
No, y'all don't understand.
We're not calling dad.
Please don't call my dad.
Brittany, what's the year you were born?
It's honestly quite confusing.
How old are you, Brittany?
My dad would not help me.
We're not calling dad. We call sister.
No, I'm in the shade. He would not help me.
You got a phone?
Yes.
Where's your phone at?
I don't know.
Throughout the encounter, every question the officer asks is met with Brittany's anger and belligerence.
Please, don't let my dad know.
You have a New York ID, Brittany?
Yes, I am a bank worker. I work in a West Bank. I work for.
The officers maintain professionalism throughout the ordeal. They remain firm, but not unkind, attempting to calm Brittany down, but their efforts are met with resistance.
I pay my insurance. My insurance is $550. Y'all tell me y'all can't let me. Oh, hell no.
Surprisingly, she even pleads with the officers to let her go and uncuff her.
If you let me go, let me know, bro.
What was it? Oh, I thought she had got her handcuffs.
Realizing that the situation won't resolve itself, the officers proceed with the arrest. Brittany is charged with disorderly conduct, a consequence of her actions that she appears unable to grasp. She's being taken to DeKalb County Jail, her night of freedom ending in a cell. It's a stark reminder of how quickly things can spiral out of control, and how one moment of recklessness can lead to consequences that are challenging to undo. Ultimately, Brittany's position as a wealth department officer doesn't do her any advantages. What's $1 million portfolio when you're sitting in a jail cell, right? Number 2. Intoxicated Tiana lands herself in jail. In a Hollywood casino in Columbus, Ohio, a chaotic scene unfolds. It's here we find Tiana, intoxicated and in the throes of an asthma attack, surrounded by police officers and her friends. The officers are discussing an earlier incident where Tiana.
And then the one in the back of the car decided she wanted to kick me.
Yeah.
Now in the back of a police car, decided to kick one of them. This defiant act sets the stage for what's about to unfold. Tiana's friends, who are presumably sober and more level-headed, have shown up, all set to take the group home. But before that can happen, the officers have a plan in mind. First, to have her examined for her asthma, and second, to ban the group from the casino.
Their sober friends showed up, so we're going to get them loaded up in the truck once we get the asthma friend checked out and get the rest of them banned.
Lieutenant Garner, a beacon of authority and composure amid the brewing storm, approaches Tiana.
Tiana, hey, I'm Lieutenant Garner. Listen, listen to me. Don't do anything silly.
I need to call my fiance.
He embodies reason in a situation rapidly spiraling out of control.
Tiana, you gotta listen to me.
You don't believe me.
I do believe you, but you gotta listen to what I'm about to tell you. You're getting ready to go home.
Tiana, completely plastered, rambles on incoherently to the officer.
Tiana.
I did nothing wrong.
I'm trying to get you to that point. If you don't want to listen to me, I can't explain it to you.
Love me dearly.
He calmly lays out two options for Tiana. Either calm down and head home, or persist on her current course and wind up in jail.
Because if you damage my cruiser, then you will have to go to jail, okay? But if you calm down, we will get you home here hopefully in about 5 or 10 minutes, we'll get you in the car so you can start heading home.
It's a straightforward decision, but Tiana appears too caught up in the moment to grasp it. Meanwhile, a representative from the casino steps forward.
Tiana, this gentleman from the casino is going to read something to you and explain some things to you, so we need you to listen to him real quick.
He reads a statement to Tiana, informing her that she's banned from the premises, pending an investigation.
Be advised that as of today, 6/13/21, you're no longer permitted to enter the premises of Hollywood Casino, Columbus, Ohio. Failure to comply with this order can result in charges of criminal trespass being filed against you as defined by the Ohio Revised Code.
This news seems to bounce off Tiana, who's still enveloped in her own emotional turmoil. Despite Lieutenant Garner's efforts to defuse the situation,
Face away from each other. Take those hands.
Tiana, it's very important you listen to the officers and you don't do anything silly here.
Tiana's agitation continues to intensify.
Good luck. Good luck.
Listen to your friend here. Listen to your friend.
My friend who? I'm right here. Good luck.
Right there.
That's your cop.
Good luck. I'm right here.
She remains resistant, uncooperative, and increasingly volatile.
Come on.
That's very mature. Have a good night.
The officers warn her repeatedly about her behavior and the consequences that could follow. However, Tiana either isn't listening or may not be capable of doing so. The situation takes a quick turn. Tiana, despite her friend's best efforts, flat out refuses to hop into the car, and her behavior just gets weirder and wilder. Her buddies team up to coax her in, but she's still as stubborn as ever. At one point, she nearly makes a run for it, causing a bit of a scene.
Stop.
The car. I am not playing with you. Get in the car. No, I'm not going to live with you. She's going to be okay. Get in the car.
The officers who are watching the whole circus give Tiana and her friends a firm warning.
Hey guys, listen, if everybody don't calm down, we're going to end up taking everybody to jail.
They're going to take you. So
Everybody.
calm down.
Okay? It needs to chill right now.
Chill.
Since the friends' tactics aren't cutting it, the cops put their heads together for a new plan.
So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to pull away to make it look like the police are gone, and maybe the one will get in the car then.
Okay.
They reassure one of Tiana's pals that they'll be just around the corner to keep things under control.
But we'll be like right here.
Okay.
So if they need us to pull back up, because if it lasts much longer, they're going to jail. At least the one is, but because I think she's causing all the problems.
But as the officers are about to drive off, Tiana goes into full-on meltdown mode right outside the car.
If she don't let go of her, she's going to get arrested.
She's trying. She's trying her best.
You have 2 seconds to let go of her or you're going to jail as well.
Her friends do their best to defend her erratic behavior, but the police have reached their limit.
She's trying her best.
All right, get up and go.
She's trying her best. Come on. She's so
Get up and go. Get up and go.
She's trying her best.
All right, stand her up.
Is there a way you guys can just put her in the car?
Nope.
The officers, with their backs against the wall, decide to go ahead with the arrest.
Stop. What did she do?
Everybody else,
What did she do?
it's disorderly conduct at this point.
She was trying to get in the car.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
First of all, stop yelling at me or you're going to jail as well.
It's a choice that comes with its own weight, not one they make lightly. But when safety is on the line, they've got to take action. Tiana's friends might not like the idea of her going to jail, but she's pushed the boundaries too far for another chance.
In the truck.
She's trying to go home. Get in the truck. Get in the truck.
When asked if the police can wait for Tiana's fiancé, the officers have simply reached their limit.
I'm sorry? We've tried to, no, we're not waiting anymore. I got shootings going on and everything else, okay? So everybody needs to get in the truck and go home.
She's going to be in the Franklin County Jail.
Her fiancé calls, seeking to pick her up, but he's informed that Tiana will need to be bonded out, a process that will take time.
This is her fiance. He just wants to know where we can pick her up at, or what he can do.
She's going to the Franklin County Jail.
Can he pick her up right now, like
No.
when he's on his way there?
No, she's going to have to wait and be bonded out.
The officers express their frustration, noting their efforts to work with the group.
We tried to work with you guys. I've been here personally at least 20 minutes, so.
They had even pulled away at one point, hoping Tiana would calm down and get into the truck, but their efforts were in vain.
We even pulled away, hoping that would help her see that we were gone and she would get in the truck. Yeah, she's just intoxicated. You know, a lot of times people don't want to listen, so.
Tiana's circle of friends is instructed to vacate the premises as soon as possible.
If you can do me a favor, everybody else, they need you guys off the property. Okay?
We'll be all right.
The cops lead Tiana to their police car.
Do not touch me. Please. Do not touch me. Please.
She's still giving them a hard time right up to the last minute, but the officers handle her with care.
My what?
Right here.
My what?
Take a seat.
My what?
We're gonna go
I'm gonna go back to what?
back in the back of the Watch your head stepping in.
I mean, just look at how wasted she is.
God bless your ancestors. What's your name? What's your name?
Scoot over in. Scoot over this way.
What's your name?
And hats off to the patience of those police officers.
Watch yourself. Watch your legs.
Yeah.
He's got to get out.
I'm gonna get out.
Fine.
No, I don't want you to kick me, all right?
Me earlier.
They even exchanged thanks for their teamwork during the whole ordeal.
You need me anymore?
I don't think so.
Thanks for working this for me tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
Guys good?
Yep.
All right, buddy.
It's a small moment of camaraderie in an otherwise tense situation. As for our hot mess, Tiana, she found herself slapped with a disorderly conduct charge and a not-so-glamorous trip to Franklin County Jail. I can't help but wonder how she'll react when she sobers up and the memory of her spectacle sinks in. If it were me, I'd be looking for the nearest rock to crawl under and disappear for a while. Number 1. Lawyer's daughter learns tears won't erase charges. In the dimly lit streets of Garden Square Shops, Officer Hensley of the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department pulls over a young woman for speeding and swerving. The driver, identified as Ms. Gilbert, appears visibly distressed as the officer approaches her vehicle. Ms. Gilbert, in a state of agitation, immediately expresses that she's not good and needs help.
You are speeding and swerving all over. Is there any reason why you're doing so? Huh? What do you need help with? Okay, yep, I can help you.
She's trying to get to her boyfriend's house, but struggles to provide clear details about his location.
Trying to go to my boyfriend's house.
Okay, where's your boyfriend then?
Over there.
Where?
9th Avenue.
Her speech is disjointed, her thoughts scattered. She mentions coming from her parents' place, but seems unsure. Her answer's vague and inconsistent.
It's just the one.
Okay. Where are you coming from tonight?
My parents.
Where's your parents?
Advice.
You what?
Officer Hensley, maintaining a professional demeanor, requests her driver's license.
Do you got your license on you? Let's start with that, okay? We'll deal with whatever you got going on, all right?
I don't have drugs.
I didn't say you did.
Her suspicion grows as Ms. Gilbert's responses become increasingly erratic. She mentions having PTSD and needing to get to a safe place, but her words don't quite add up.
I have PTSD and I'm trying to get to a safe place, but do you have any...
I don't know what's going on, so I can't help you.
The officer's concern is evident. Something is amiss. The situation escalates as Ms. Gilbert hands over a mix of documents, none of which are her driver's license.
There you go.
Here I go. Okay, not doing too well?
No, he asked for that.
Well, he asked for it. Let me take a look at it here.
An expired insurance card, a certificate of title, and a service receipt, but no license.
This is a certificate of title, and this is a service receipt. And this insurance card expired 3 years ago.
Officer Hensley's patience is commendable as he sifts through the irrelevant paperwork. Officer Hensley asks if she's had anything to drink, but Ms. Gilbert avoids giving a clear answer.
Bert, have you had anything to drink tonight?
No, I answered this. I'm having a PTSD, so...
Her responses veer off topic and become increasingly incoherent, failing to address the officer's question.
Why would this trigger that?
I'm asking for help. If this is not triggering it, but I'm trying to get to my boyfriend's house, so excuse.
The officer, suspecting intoxication, asks Ms. Gilbert to step out of the vehicle.
If you would go and step out of the vehicle and make sure you're not under the influence, and we'll have you on your way, all right? To make sure you're not under the influence.
She resists, claiming she's not allowed to exit the car.
All right, come on back over here for me, please.
I'm not allowed to.
You're not allowed to? What do you mean? Why aren't you allowed to?
I'm not allowed to at this point.
Her reasoning is baffling. She mentions her father is a lawyer, implying some misplaced sense of immunity.
Why?
My dad's a lawyer.
Your dad's a lawyer?
And I'm not allowed to.
Okay, well, even as a lawyer, he would tell you if you're ordered out of a vehicle that you have to comply.
Her belief that she can't be ordered out of the car is both confusing and concerning.
If you're not under the influence, you'll be on your way.
Okay.
All right, so
but
come on out.
I'm not allowed to, so we can do whatever. I can park here. We can do...
When pressed by the officer for a valid explanation, she struggles to provide one.
Explain to me why you're not allowed to.
He'll kill me.
He's not going to kill you. He would tell you, if he was giving you sound legal advice, he'd tell you when you're ordered out of a vehicle to step out.
Another officer issues a final warning.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So this is the last time I'm going to ask you.
I'm sure he's wrong, but I'm not allowed to, so I...
Anna, I'm about to tell you something. I want you to listen. All right? You're coming out of the vehicle.
Emphasizing the consequences of non-compliance.
Or he's giving you a lawful order to step out of that vehicle. You could be charged with obstruction as of now. So if we have to open that door and remove you from the vehicle, you're going to be charged with obstruction.
Finally, Ms. Gilbert steps out.
You will not be charged with obstruction.
I'm not allowed to.
Last chance.
I'm not allowed to.
All right, come on out. Come on out. Come on over here, okay?
And Officer Hensley initiates a field sobriety test. She's unsteady, her coordination off. She mentions seizures affecting her eyes, especially with lights.
I get seizures, myoclonic seizures.
Okay, what does that have to do with your eyes?
Lights.
What about it? We don't have any flashing lights on in the front.
But the details are unclear.
I don't know. Myoclonic seizures.
Okay.
The officer patiently instructs her to follow a red light with her eyes, but she struggles to comply.
Go ahead, still. What's going on?
She starts to panic and hyperventilate.
Big deep breaths, Anna.
As the test progresses, Ms. Gilbert's emotional state deteriorates.
I tried my best to hold it together.
I can't understand you.
I tried my best to hold it together.
You passed what?
I tried my best to hold it together.
As she becomes increasingly distraught, the officers ask if she needs medical assistance.
You need paramedics, Anna? Okay. Let's know when you're ready.
While trying to be understanding, they stress the importance of continuing their investigation.
Let me explain something, all right? This episode that you're having, while I understand that it might be genuine, we still have an investigation to do.
They mention that her growing agitation is making it more obvious that she might have been drinking, as they can now smell alcohol on her breath.
The more you're exasperating, I can smell the odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage coming off of your breath.
They also suggest that they could continue the process at the hospital if necessary.
So we got something to do here, and if you got to go to the hospital, we can continue the investigation there.
Ms. Gilbert's behavior becomes more erratic as the sobriety tests progress.
All right, Ms. If you would come on over here for me. Keep your arms at your sides and you count your steps out loud. Do you have any questions? Do you know what you got to do? All right, go ahead and begin.
Eventually, she gives up during the one-leg test and tells the officers to do whatever they have to do.
You guys are over it. Do whatever you have to do.
We're still giving you a chance. What are you talking about?
Shaking your head. I need to.
I'm not shaking my head.
Her reasoning becomes quite confusing.
You caught me in the middle of
The middle of what?
You look back in your video footage. I told you.
When asked if she wants to continue the test, she vaguely asks for tips without explaining what she means.
I need tips.
Tips?
To deal with this.
To deal with what? The exercises?
Look back in your footage.
Even the officer seems puzzled.
I don't understand what you're asking for help with.
How to deal with this.
To deal with what?
She also brings up her PTSD, and the officer suggests counseling, but points out that a DUI investigation isn't the right time for that discussion.
You didn't tell us that.
Well,
I told him.
I would suggest that you seek counseling for that, but during a DUI investigation isn't the time to deal with that.
The officer gives her one last chance to go through the sobriety test.
Are you going to stand up and do these exercises, yes or no, ma'am?
Yes.
All right.
She takes a moment to compose herself before standing up to continue.
Have him go around.
Finally, she stands up and resumes the one-leg test.
Okay.
Stand up. Please come to your feet. Bring your feet together, hands at your sides. This is going to be the one-leg stand.
The officer explains the instructions once more. However, Ms. Gilbert asks the officer to start over with his instructions.
Just do exactly what I'm showing you.
I need you to start
no.
over.
You can just watch and do what I'm doing, okay?
Well, I need you to
So notice how one foot is off the ground.
that you just said.
Realizing she might not be able to comply with the test, she gives up and refuses to continue, leading to her arrest.
Do you see what I'm doing, Miss Gilbert?
I'm not doing this.
You're not doing it? All right. You're being placed under arrest for driving under the influence.
Okay.
Inside the police car, Ms. Gilbert keeps telling herself she's safe.
You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe.
She pleads with the officers, her desperation growing.
Please.
All right, miss.
Please, can she drive? Please, her. Please, I'll do anything.
I'm reminding you that you're under arrest for driving under the influence pursuant to Chapter 316.
Officer Hensley asks her if she's willing to take a breath test and explains the consequences of refusing it. But Ms. Gilbert's focus is elsewhere.
Will you take a breath test?
Please, I'll do anything. Can I just
If
go
you
in her
refuse
car?
to take the test I've requested of you,
I'll do it.
your driving
Can I just
privilege.
go in her car, please?
She's fixated on going with her friend, her understanding of the situation seemingly clouded.
I'll do anything. Just let me go.
So you're going to provide a breath sample? You're still riding with me, but are you going to provide a breath sample?
Please, let me go in her car.
She begs to be let go, offering anything to avoid arrest.
I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Please, can I go in your car? Please, I'm begging you.
But Officer Hensley stands firm, explaining the gravity of her situation. She's being arrested for driving under the influence and obstructing an officer. Her pleas continue, a mix of fear, confusion, and desperation.
I'm begging you. Let me go in your car. Please, let me go in your car. I'm begging you. Please let me go.
She's begging now, her voice a crescendo of panic.
Please, turn around. Let me go in your car. Please, I'm begging you, let me go in your car, please. Please.
But at this point, nothing can be done to change her fate. In the closing moments of the video, Ms. Gilbert remains in the police car, grappling with the repercussions of her behavior. She's been officially charged with a DUI, and it's crystal clear that her father's legal background can't alter her fate. Just goes to show that no matter who you are, the law doesn't play favorites, whether you're a lawyer or the President of the United States. And that's a wrap for our showcase of entitled girls who thought they could evade the law. That one who went back to the bar just 10 minutes after being asked to leave still cracks me up, even now. Now it's your turn. Which story left you the most astounded? Share your thoughts in the comments. Also, check out our other stuff showing up on the screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.